Alright, hi everybody, it's BombCon922. I guess I'll do the review for... Actually, I went on one website, on my website, they didn't have it. I had to go to a different website to find Fate Zero Episode 7, which I believe was called Evil Forest. So that's what this is about. Okay, so we're basically starting off with the aftermath of that explosion set up by Kitsurugi, Emiya, and these guys of these like fire department, they see this sphere. It's basically liquid. It's mercury, and one guy puts his hand inside of it, and he's totally different, and he says, "Oh, put it in the truck, put it in the truck." He says that's what they say, and that's how the episode starts. And then we get into a scene with Kitsurugi, Saber. I finally found and understood what the name of Elia's mother is. Her name's Iria. Iria, I think you call it that way. And then also in the room is Maya, this girl that apparently helps Kitsurugi. In this episode, you get the full determination of what Kitsurugi can do. He's not a real Magus. I mean, he has an ability. Pretty good ability, considering. When you compare his abilities to Shiro's in Fate Stay Night, it's actually different. But anyway, basically what occurs is they're having a discussion about Castor and everything, and, Saber... They're probably going to have more of these instances with Saber questioning Kitsurugi's methods, saying that he's a coward, and you're not. She basically calls him out, saying that he's acting cowardly, and that he's not, up to the task to fight. And then there's and then after that whole situation was talked about, then there's this scene where he's on this balcony, and Elia's mother, his wife, shows up and saying, "Oh, that would you leave?" He asks her, Kitsurugi asks her, "Would you leave with me if I were to just leave? Would you come with me?" And then I would go get Ilia, and she says, "You're lying." So basically, it shows that Kitsurugi, he's very weak. I mean, not weak, but he's got these. He doesn't feel like he's cowardly. That's what he's suggesting. And then Iria is basically informing him, "Don't worry, you have Saber, you have me to protect you, you have Mayu to protect you." So while this is going on, they feel something, and what they feel is Castor's presence. My god, Castor is such a fucking sick motherfucker. Oh my god, this guy is so fucking sick. So basically, Iria, she uses her... She can see somebody... She uses this crystal ball to sense someone's presence. See, she actually sees him in the forest. And he looks right at them. So he knows they're there. So then they decide to allow Saber to go fight him while they're indoors. So Saber goes out, and she goes and finds him in the forest. By the way, before this happened, he told the little children he had to go play hide and seek. When Saber comes out to look for him, you don't really see it, but you see a scene where you see a bloody child. He killed them all. He killed all those children. What a sick motherfucker. So eventually she sees Castor, and he says, "Oh," he's like saying, "Oh, child, it's a miracle that, God, child, you're gonna be saved. Go to her." And then he goes to her, and She says, it's all going to be okay, it's going to be okay. And then you know what happens? Fucking thing comes out of the kid. It's this disgusting tentacle monster thing that he's basically called forth. That's like, I guess he used magic to call forth it. And it's all over the place. So what ends on happening is Saber has to get out of that situation. She's just slicing through everything. While that's going on, though, another presence is felt. And then that's when Kitsurugi tells her to go with Mayu and get out of the castle. Because there's no way she's going to be able to, See, her abilities, Iria, they're mostly for healing and for scoping out enemies. That's all she can do, I think. Not 200% sure on that. But anyway, while that happens, they obviously are going to leave. While that's going on, Saber's trying to get a hold and trying to figure out how to defeat Castor, and she comes to the realization that his book, the book he has, that's his Noble Phantasm. And if she takes that out, she should be able to take him out. So she tries to go for it, but then she gets trapped in the tentacles, and eventually Lancer shows up. And he's stating to him, I don't care about your love life, Master. Cass keeps calling her Joan of Arc. He's obviously delusional. And basically, Lancer and Saber are now going to team up to defeat this guy. And that's what's going on there. Meanwhile, Lancer's master, he shows up at the castle. And remember I told you in the beginning of the review, the Mercury thing? That's his magic that he uses. This Mercury goo thing he's using. And as this guy's walking around, he's calling out the Eri, Kitsurugi's wife. And he doesn't realize that's not her there. So eventually what happens, he busts through everything. He goes through the castle, and he tries to attack Kitsurugi, but he finally meets up with Kitsurugi in one of the floors in the room. And what happens is, he's using it, and Kitsurugi, what he does is he's actually slowing down time and moving really fast while he does that. And this guy, obviously, the Lancer's master, can't really find. He eventually finds out what he's doing. It's like, oh, I see, that's what you're doing, he says. And saying that, but it must, and then he's suggesting, it must put a strain on your body. So, and then as they're going along, Kitsurugi's running, and he's running away, and it's really showing his ability to do that does put a strain on his body. And basically what happens is, he goes down this one hallway in there, and he slows down his heartbeat and breathing to a point where guy can't find him. Because the liquid can sense him. That was the whole point of it. But anyway, basically what happens, he can't sense him, so he eventually gets to the end of this hallway, and he finds him. And Kitsurugi is going to shoot him, and that's where I think the episode ends. But yeah, good episode. I liked it. Really was interesting. This really showed Kutsu. This was really focused on Kitsurugi, I think. It really showed what his abilities were. Now, they are completely different from Shiro's, from Fate Stay Night. It's a completely different kind of situation. Because Kitsurugi, what he's actually doing is, he just moves really fast. He just slows down time to a point where he can move really fast and even slow down his own heartbeat. That's some pretty crazy shit happening there. But I think the big highlights of this episode was Castor. I think Castor, Saber, and Kitsurugi. And the next episode, I believe it's called, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, it was called Magus Killer. So now this is where he's going to get his reputation, Kitsurugi, being a Magus Killer. But anyway, yeah, it was good. Good episode. I really enjoyed it. A lot of dark shit happening in this show. This show is crazy. Ah, Fate Zero is so off the chain. But anyway, guess I'll give a rating for this. Out of 5, I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 5. This was a pretty good one. Fate Zero episodes are just so good to watch. They're just so good stuff. Especially, children. Killing those children. Oh my god. That was sick. Crazy shit. But anyway, this is Bonkai922. Hope you enjoyed the review. Yeah, I like Fate Zero. It's getting really good. 25 episodes, so it should be really long. It's gonna be, find it funny, it's gonna be longer than Guilty Crown. So, you know. But anyway, it's Bonkai922. See you guys later.